right. And inflation did tick up to 2.7% in June. That's a number, hard number we're looking at, right in line with expectations. But the highest level since February. Prices of furniture, toys, clothes all saw notable jumps, suggesting that companies may be handing off the cost of President Trump's tariffs to consumers, to you and I. Here with us now is Betsey Stevenson, former member of Council of Economic Advisors and professor of public policy and economics at the University of Michigan. Betsey, good to see you today.
Good to see you.
Okay, so how do you interpret today's data? How do you see it?
Well, first of all, I want to add some context to what your last guest just said, because it's not that we are growing a lot fewer, that we're growing a lot less tomatoes now. So we're eating so many tomatoes. In the early 1980s, Americans ate roughly 12 pounds per person of tomatoes a year, of fresh tomatoes. And we've basically doubled our consumption. Why have we doubled our consumption? Well, because we're getting high quality, excellent, great, low-cost tomatoes through importing. I don't know if you've ever talked to someone who grew up when they were eating tomatoes that were a little mushy because maybe they've been grown in the wrong season, that has a distaste for them now, even as a baby boomer adult, but I have. So we get an improvement in quality and quantity. So it's not really as simple as maybe we should just grow more. But I think that even if we were going to just grow more, the question is, why aren't we already doing that? And that comes back to your inflation question. Right now, we're consuming things in the cheapest way possible, which involves a lot of gains from trade. We're trying to get rid of those gains from trade, and someone's going to have to pay the price difference. And we might consume less. I think, President Trump has come out and said we should have fewer dolls, fewer toys, and perhaps eat fewer tomatoes. And we'll probably pay more for the ones that we do consume, whatever tomatoes or toys. And so this is going to take a little while to move into our prices, because companies are going to have to decide, oh, wait, this is really happening. There's no way we're going to get away with, eating these costs forever, because that's eating our profitability. We're not going to stay in business. And we will see a slow increase in prices. I have said all along, I didn't think we'd see any real increase of tariffs in CPI until June. And then even in June, it would be hints. Yeah. I think you've got another 6 months of price increases from tariffs coming.
Well, yeah, I was just going to ask you about the CPI, because the price increases aren't across the board, as you alluded to. The CPI report also shows a 0.7 decline in used cars and a 0.3 decline in new cars. It comes 3 months after Trump enacted the tariffs on global vehicle imports. So zooming out on that, is the jury still out on the impact of tariffs as you see it?
Oh, no, I don't think so. What I definitely saw, I'm from Ann Arbor, right outside Detroit. We saw people trying to get ahead on their car purchases before those tariff price increases happened. And they got so far ahead that now they don't want to buy cars anymore. We already bought our cars. We bought them in December and January and February. And that's going to mean that you're not going to be pushing through price increases when you've got a decrease in demand. But that's not going to last forever. Eventually, we are, those of us who I didn't actually succeed in doing it. I didn't buy my car ahead of time. Eventually, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to start pushing demand back up. And that's when you're going to see the price increases come. When people have worked off the excess inventory that both consumers and sellers built up, because we know that these tariffs, they haven't even really come yet, right? Yeah. We've been anticipating and preparing.
Okay, Betsey Stevenson, we got to leave it there. Thanks for the flashback of the mushy tomatoes of my childhood. That was a good one. Thank you very much, Betsey. Good to see you today. And Trump...
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.